5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are on. Thank you for joining the Just Jan show today on the Women Helping Women channel. And I had a fun idea. It is spring, and you know, in spring, we women want to shed. We want to play. Maybe we want to play a little bit more dramatically or passionately. Maybe go on a road trip like Thelma and Louise. That was a joke. But it is the time where the feminine can expand and exhale and receive. And I found recently that I myself have been more interested in making my external environment beautiful, sacred, and calming. And it has a great effect on our sensory system. We can bring things in our lives that give us a sense of connection to our lineage, our feminine lineage. This was my mother's necklace. These earrings have a very special story to them. I took my counter, which I always kept so perfect in our bathroom, and I added new lotions and potions, a hair curler, and now I am giving myself the time to slow down and say, how do I want to look? How do I want to feel today? I'm drinking more water. I'm getting more exercise. You've probably seen this Fitbit jostling around here. These are ways that we can honor this vehicle that is holding our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful subtle geometries so that we can live and be aligned in a high vitality and deliver our messages, our processes, and our programs to the world. This is truly what our programming is about. Women helping women soar, to be lifted and to be inspired. So I can't wait to hear what this little talk has inspired in you. Do leave your comments and your messages on our channel page, which you can access at justjantvshow.com. I'll see you there. And thank you for joining us on the Just Jan show today. I have a phenomenal woman who I believe when she was born was a beautiful rosebud. And now the aroma of her music, her words, and her creative leadership for the world is fully blossomed. Her name is Suellen Primost. And these are her own words. I am an arts integration specialist, trainer, cellist, event planner, storyteller, and performance artist. I thrive on collaboration, navigate the world of all possibility, and am committed to artistic excellence, innovation, and community building. Offerings include arts, literacy, consulting, special programs, event coordination, professional development for educators, agencies, corporations, sound healing, and performance art. My goal is to nurture creativity and utilize education in the arts as powerful tools for individual growth and community empowerment. And every word of that is true. I've had the opportunity to do sound collaborations with the Love collaboration with Mitsuyo Moore. We have done concerts and events together. This woman shows up with her sublime musicality, but there is that beyond the physical divine presence. Please welcome Suellen Primost to our Just Jan show today. Suellen, yay! Lovely to see you here up in Nevada City.
It is a great pleasure to be back. I was here just a few weeks ago and became so enamored of Nevada City that I had to come back.
We are a jewel of a town, aren't we?
Absolutely a jewel.
And I feel
Absolutely.
that it is attracting, that we are a gyroscope of light, the facetry of puzzle pieces for the new paradigm. And it's no accident that you are attracted to coming up here, doing events and possibly moving up here as well.
Possibly, yes. I feel a tremendous resonance with the people here, with the area,
Yes.
with nature. And it's just calling me. And when my heart starts ringing, I know I need to follow that. So,
And that takes us to back to that idea that I've seen your photographs of roses before. You're a consummate master, probably rose gardener and photographer. I see that you are just full of all these gifts. But I bet as a child, I just see a beautiful rosebud, and that you are so open as an angelic being that you've been guided from the beginning, haven't you?
I think so. And my mother was truly a gardener. My mother would just see empty lots and she would go over and she'd say, "Would you like some flowers in there?" So I think the seed carried on to me too. And I really feel that the expression gardener is very apropos for the work that we're doing. That we are really here to garden, we are here to incubate, we are here to incubate that creativity, the beauty, and just to be able to allow people to bring that through and provide opportunities for people to bring that through.
To help them bloom.
To totally help them
To
bloom.
help them relax.
We have so many flowers in this garden that want to bloom,
Yes.
and we are here to offer opportunities for that to happen.
I often think and say that the artists are angels, and that people are so stuck in their heads that when your music flows, I wish people could see it. There's technology now that out of your cello, the colors that would flow and that bathe people so they can see life differently. And so since you were little, when did you actually start becoming a musician?
I was growing up in a musical family. My father sang, my mother sang. They had a preschool, so we sang a lot as children. And we would travel on road trips, and I learned the entire American songbook on these road trips. I knew all of the songs.
Rodgers and Hammerstein?
Everything.
Oh, yes.
All of the
I
wonderful
did
songs.
too. I love
Yeah, all the wonderful songs. And I grew up just with music in my blood and my bones. So I really thank my parents for that.
Very magical.
Very wonderful.
Nature, gardening, beauty, and music.
Yeah.
No wonder, Suellen.
Well, I was very blessed to have such a lovely family, and also, especially my mother, was always encouraging me. Nothing seemed weird to my mother. No matter what I got involved with, my mother would just say, "Go for it, go for it." And that's a great gift when someone in your life, your mother or your friends, say yes, go for it. I believe in you, and I believe in this wonder of the process.
Unconditional support for an artist.
Yeah.
Not too many women have that. In fact, many of them, they have a story where they had to fight, they felt oppressed, and then they were traumatized, and they rose to the top. So in your childhood, were there determining events that turned you around? Or not that you have to talk about your trauma, but were there events that set you straight or woke you up?
Yes, I remembered one yesterday, and it was just a terrible memory. One terrible memory that I remembered yesterday. I was in a relationship that was so emotionally fraught, and the person I was with was so intimidated by the fact that I had studied cello and I had gone to college. I wasn't throwing this in his face, but that was just the reality. He was so intimidated because he grew up in a place where he had none of this kind of education. And we got into this relationship, and it was so confrontational. And I remember at one point, this was a very significant moment, I was so frustrated that I even picked up a hammer and was ready to smash my cello. And when that happened, I had such a wake-up call. It was just like, wait, stop. No, absolutely not. You have to live your life. You have work to do, You have your work to do.
You were going to let go of your cello?
Can you imagine?
To be in a relationship with this person?
Yeah, no. When you weigh it all out, it doesn't weigh out properly, of course.
And he was attracted to you because of your cello, because of
He
your
was
light.
attracted, but then again, he was intimidated. So
Not a match.
no, it was not. But that was such a wake-up call when it got to the point where I almost smashed the very vehicle that
Yes.
connects me with Source. I knew in that moment I had to be very clear about what path I was on and what was important, and that I had a life to live, and this was going to be the vehicle that my work was coming through.
Suellen, I congratulate you because so many women, myself included, had to get cancer, had to fall flat on their face, and for you, that moment of that hammer, that was it.
It was it.
That you went on your path from that moment, and especially a cello. It's like a baby. Your beautiful instrument.
Yeah, and these are important. These are very important because in the octaves of our lives, we have certain points. They're junctures like mi, fa, si, do, and at these certain points, a shock comes into your life.
Mm-hmm.
We
need it.
We need the shock. Mm-hmm. We need the shock, and we need the wake-up call to be very clear about what we're here to do. And we have an opportunity.
So your
to
following
say yes.
partners obviously loved your cello playing. You were more selective.
I was more selective.
And did you marry? Did you have children?
I did. I have a girl who's 37 years old.
Oh, nice.
And she's an incredibly creative, bright person. Her name is Mada. And she studied calligraphy. I was a calligrapher as well. She studied harp. And now she's an entrepreneur.
Oh, wonderful.
Doing very good work in the world, connecting people.
Clever and creative, just like her mom. I have seen pictures of your mother on Facebook, and I see in her eyes just a deep excitement for life. And I think the word is passion. So many women, especially in corporate jobs, they lose the passion, they lose their juice, you lose your polarity in life. You can lose your way as being a feminine being. So you've brought a lot of feminine and beauty and light. And how does your masculine side help you hold that, present it to the world, and earn money? Do you feel you've got a good balance throughout your life?
It's starting to come in, and one of the things I have come to the season, I'm going to call it a season of my life, when I am doing what I love, and I'm also making very clear choices. Number one, that if it does not meet the criteria on, let's say, 5 scores, the right people, the right timing.
Be choosy.
5 out of 5. I'm not settling for 4. It has to be right 100% at this point in my life, or it doesn't belong to me. I'm not compromising anymore, and that's it. And I have given that call out to the universe. This is the way I operate. I offer it up on I call it the big radar.
Yes.
And I say, look, please bring to me opportunities to allow me to do my best work and my greatest service.
The big T word, trust.
Trust.
I was there years ago when you said, Jan, I'm quitting my day job. Do you remember that? And you were like, I'm giving up to the universe. And sometimes it's just one step at a time. But what we are doing is so powerfully changing the matrix of the world. You, myself, we are artistic messengers from a different realm to be bridges from the old consciousness to the new consciousness. So how can we see more than one step at a time? We can't even visualize what is coming. But your music allows people to float into that because you are a divine being. Anyway, do you think about that you are a messenger?
I do. No, your words are almost exactly the words that would describe how I envision the work that I'm doing in the world, which is simply to be that bridge back to source.
Yes, it's like we're telephone operators. Hello, wake up! Here, this is how wonderful
this
we can
is
be.
it. And when you go with full trust in a safe container, and that's what this provides.
Container.
Has to be safe container.
Yes.
When you go in with full trust, it is a benevolent universe that wants only the best.
That's why we use the kitchen table here. Because women feel safe, it's familiar. Someone you're breaking bread with and are close. And Suellen, people from 140 countries can watch this, and they're just like us. They're sitting home around their kitchen table and they need to hear us courageously. We're at 0 minutes already. We'll be back in a moment with Suellen Primost, Divine Cellist, and she will be playing for us. Thank you. classically trained musician. Is it a different thought process or consciousness that you hold when you are doing this music, which is so healing and uplifting?
You have to lose your mind.
Lose your mind.
You have to go into all possibility, into that space where space itself, the silence itself, breaks up those thoughts, breaks up those memories, breaks up those expectations, and they dissolve. And then you have this beautiful vista of possibilities.
When you are making that first bow, what are your thoughts? Do you have a system of dropping in so that you're not distracted? How do you prepare yourself?
It's through the breath, most definitely. Breathing and feeling that. And you're intermingling your energies with those of you, with those of you, with those of these incredible Buddhas all around us. How precious. And you are simply taking all of that energy, holding it, and allowing people to go on a journey with you.
It's like an invitation.
It is an
And
invitation.
it's like a train that is so, what's the word, loquacious?
Well, you know,
Delicious and-
to me, it's similar. To me, I feel like my role is as a ferryman or a ferrywoman, a ferry boat.
Ferry boat.
And people trust me, and they come into this boat, and my responsibility is to hold you safely as we make this journey, and also put you down. And you may draw from that whatever you need. God is willing for that.
And you are a willing purveyor and servant of the divine harmonics. And what I would like to offer you, we have some beautiful tea here, but I also have some little chocolate Buddha heads. So we wrap up
Thank you.
a most lovely, luscious session. I love having musicians on, and it's like 3 or 4 different beings within you that are expressing divine beauty, sound, light, and color in these streams of ways. So please join Suellen's world. And how can they find you? You have your wonderful CDs, which I play on the radio show all the time.
Thank you. I will be here this whole weekend working with contact improv, with full wave body work, breath work, also with fusion dance. So I'm here to do those collaborations. But when I come back, I like to come back with my musical twin, which is Jeremy Mallet, a fantastic musician. This is our CD called Starlings, as we all fly together as birds do, as one body, with one impulse. And you are joining us in this murmuration, we call it. So our group is called Murmurations Duo, and this is our CD. If you want to hear our music, you can go online. If you remember Reverb Nation, you plug that in, and there's a site for me, Suellen Primost. There is a site for the Murmurations Duo, and that's the easiest way to remember where to find our music.
Yes, and I so love your Shibui.
And Shibui.
Every part of this CD is heavenly.
Yes, Shibui was the very first CD I did, and this is Soundtrack of a Life. And it was really a giving back, and also where I was able to see my life in great perspective at once, and it came through in a musical and poetic form as well.
And many collaborations of excellent musicians.
Wonderful, yeah,
Yes.
and it was just to honor the wonderful musicians that have so inspired me in my life. So this is Shibui. It is also available.
Well, Suellen, you are an inspiration. And did you want to say your website one more time?
Yes, the easiest way to find my website, again, is www.reverbnation.com. Suellen Primost. My first name, my last name together. And that's the easiest way to find me.
Even your name is musical and heavenly.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for flying here with us and descending down with your angelic, bird-like musicality and spending some time here in Nevada City with us on the Just Jan Show. We are thankful. We are blessed and we are healed. Thank you, Suellen.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
More collaborations coming soon.
Wonderful.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. This programming is for you to grow and be inspired. And before we say goodbye today, I'd like to tell you who is joining us next week. Do you feel that you have a message that you want to share with the world, but you feel like your voice is not being heard? We are here to help. We are SOAR with Sacred Circles, TV shows, radio shows, and workshops. We have created a special place for you to connect and find your voice in empowered community. Connect with us at soundandlighthealingarts.com.
Join me every week as we meet interesting people who will teach you new, creative ways to manage stress and embrace vitality in your life. Grab a cup of tea and join me for this adventure.